I'm gonna say it right now. This card right here is not good, but you definitely need him. Okay, so maybe not good is pretty strong, but I would say he's not as useful as you might think. And if you guys don't know what this card is, this is actually the STR Krillin from the barbershop. With the newest update on the JP side of Dokkan, you're able to awaken this guy using the Krillin Saiyan Saga medals. I think you only need 7 in order to get him into this TUR state. And then you buy the barbershop Extreme Z Awakening medals, which costs a decent amount of incredible gems. And of course, in today's video, we're going to be showcasing him at 100%. Now, this card isn't per se bad, but the biggest problem I have with him is just his name, Krillin, and what he's used for. Pretty much the only thing that I can think of, the only 2 things that I can think of that he is going to be used for me personally, is 1, using him on an STR team for Super Battle Road, which I barely do in the first place. So that's really already like not even a good solid point, but maybe for people that haven't done the STR Super Battle Road, this guy's a good option. And then 2, the Extreme Z area for LR Frieza, which is coming out soon. Dokkan's already shown that you need 7 Extreme Z Awakened units, one of them being this Krillin right here. So in those terms, yes, he's very useful, but when you think about his role and what he does, there's better options. So before we get into that, let's go through what this card can do first off. So with his stats, he has 13,579 HP, 12,926 attack, 8,874 defense. He's an all-types leader for 3 key and 50% stat boost, and he's able to raise his attack and defense for 1 turn and causes supreme damage to the enemy, as well as lowering the enemy's defense. Now, for his passive skill, this is still a very good upgrade from what his SSR form is. Don't get me mistaken. So, in terms of, like, from him being an SSR to TUR, very, very good upgrade. He now gets a 70% attack and defense boost, and then he has a high chance of guarding all attacks as the first attacker in the turn, with a medium chance of guarding all attacks as the second or third attacker in the turn. Reduces damage by 50% when guard is activated. Now, the guarding aspect is no different to high chance of dodging, medium chance at dodging, depending on which attacking position that he's in, because it technically is worse, because if you don't get the high chance of guarding all attacks, then you pretty much take a lot more damage than, say, high chance of dodging all attacks, and he reduces damage received by 50% when guard is activated. The only place that this actually is very good, though, is when an enemy disables dodging. So, in that terms, very, very good. Attack and defense plus 70% doesn't sound so great, but in terms of, like, the increased stats from Extreme Z Awakening this card, it is still a very decent boost, and of course, the raised attack and defense also helps that into play. For the hidden potential system, though, I've given him 12 additional, 8 critical, and 6 dodge, because I still think he's just mainly just a tanking unit. For his link skills, we have Z Fighters, Total School Courage, High Compatibility, Solid Support, Brainiacs, and Shattering the Limit. Link-wise, not the greatest, but Z Fighters is very good. Shattering the Limit's decent up there. And then he has 2 categories, Earthlings and Battle Wits. Now, quickly, let's get into the event that we're going to be doing. We're doing STR Super Battle Road, because that's, like I said, one of the most useful parts about him in terms of usabilities. I know this is a pretty easy event, so we're just going to run through this, and I'm going to keep talking about the card itself. So, why do I think this guy sucks? It's just his name, Krillin, and what he's used for. When I think about tanking Krillin, and maybe this is not for everybody, but I'm pretty sure this is for majority of people, what comes to mind is LR Krillin. Okay? LR Krillin is an attack and defense stacker that outputs high amounts of damage and is just great overall in any team with the high stats as well. So in terms of stat-wise, he's better than this Krillin. In terms of tanking overall, he will be better. Not only does he not have to rely on the high chance, medium chance of guarding, the dodging thing, like I said before, when versing like a character that disables guard, isn't affected by him. Example, MUI Goku. The only thing that this Krillin's good at is obviously being able to use in the Super Battle Road for STR typing, while LR Krillin is physical, and then of course having him needed for the Extreme Z Awakening for LR Frieza. Ooh, let's put him in the first spot. Quickly want to check out his defensive stats, his attack stats, 46,000 defense, 68,000 attack stat. Let's grab an orb really quickly. He's going to raise up his attack and defense as well. I'm just going to keep JPhanta in here. just to play it safe here. And then, of course, Krillin has more damage output, by the way. Category-wise, they have the exact same category, so you can't run Earthlings without LR Krillin, which means this Krillin is not going to be used in Earthlings, because right now, LR Prime Battle Krillin is the best Earthlings category leader. 150% stat boost, I believe, and 4 key. So that's already out of the question. Battle of Wits, I definitely would rather run LR Krillin on that team, although Battle of Wits has way more better, units in that certain category compared to Earthlings. And so maybe Krillin is not even your choice to begin with. And of course, the link skills aren't the greatest here, but that's with all Krillins. What I would have changed for this card, and I know it just gets rid of like the whole vibe of this card, is instead of him doing a Destructo Disc, make him do a Kamehameha. That one change alone could have made this card a lot more usable, because then he has at least one different category different to physical Krillin. He would be a great tank for Kamehameha category, and he would diverse himself a lot more compared to the LR Prime Battle Krillin. So that's what I would do, right? But still, I recommend you guys farming this card because you do need it for Prime Battle Frieza. And knowing what Prime Battle Goku is the aid to, I expect Prime Battle Frieza to be very, 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 very solid. As you can see on the easiest Super Battle Road stage, he is tanking double-digit damage for normal attacks, so I'm not going to flack him on that. He does have the, guaranteed guard here, so that means he has 50% damage reduction, and I know that his SSR would not tank that for double-digit damage, so I will give him that. It's still a very good upgrade, and of course the raised attack and defense makes him a little bit more tankier and a little bit more stronger. Now I guess we can talk about longer events, because, I mean, he can be ran for those longer events, like Infinite History event, all that good stuff. Not the first choice I would use, because Prime Battle Krillin exists, but would I run this card, or would I run Candy Vegeta, which has recently came out at the same time as this Krillin? I would honestly run Candy Vegeta, because of the dodging. I would take the great chance of 0 damage, compared to a high chance of guarding the attack, where if you take a super attack, you're probably still going to take in the 5-digit damage mark. Unless the long event has like 50 physical stages, then I would consider this Krillin, but majority of the time that's not going to happen. So, but anyway, enough of the negative aspects. I will say he's doing a great job on this Super Battle Road. Can't give him that much flack here. Let's see how much, in terms of damage-wise, he can do here. I know this is not like the best showcase in terms of damage output, because one, we're only running a 90% leader, and Vegeta doesn't even provide close to 170% attack and defense for Krillin. But we couldn't really run LR Krillin as the leader for Earthlings to even showcase this guy, so we were kind of stuck in a sticky situation. The next thing would be to sacrifice LR Prime Battle Krillin for Hercule for the 100% leader. That's pretty much the only way we could probably run him on an Earthlings category efficiently. Of course, there's LR Oob that provides 77% in stat boost, but that's nowhere near the 150% LR Krillin provides. The guy did a 400,000 damage, type advantage, which is definitely more than this Goku, I will say. So not too bad, not too bad. It is damage. Damage is damage. It's nothing significant. But maybe I am wrong. Maybe in the later points of time, I will be using this card more than I think. Who knows? It's just on paper, I think it is just a non-superior card. And that's one of the biggest problems when it comes to characters that don't have transformations, such as Krillin, such as Master Roshi, Piccolo, even though he technically has transformations. Naming-wise is one of the biggest things that's holding back a lot of teams. And that is a balance, factor. So you can't run, like, all Vegetos, all blah, blah, blah. But it does hurt for the lower tier characters, the characters that don't get too much love in Dragon Ball Z. I guess Krillin does get some decent love. Majority love comes from D3, but that's not the point. He takes 4,000. He takes 4-digit damage before he raises his attack and defense. And then once he raises his attack and defense, it does turn to double-digit damage, which is pretty good. So far, like I expected, this is not too hard of a Super Battle Road, and we're just cleaning things up here. I will say, when it comes to maybe Extreme Super Battle Road, Krillin might not be as tanky as I would like him to be, but I definitely have to try him out, put him on the team. He probably would be like my substitute compared to High School Gohan. I think the thing that was lacking in terms of my Extreme Super Battle Road STL run was that I didn't have High School Gohan, which he's still very good for the team because he has that stunning chance, but if for a tanker, this guy might be very useful. So when I have the time, which I don't really have the time these days, there's one specific gacha game that's taking too much of my time. I'm not gonna lie. Once I do have the time though, I definitely want to try out whether or not this guy would be useful for Extreme Super Battle Road. I'm sure one of you guys in the comment section will let me know. Very nice. I think we might be able to take out one of the Bolsack guys in the first turn. 500,000 critical damage. I'm glad he can take for double digits for normals. We're going to get the Dokkan mode here. Sadly, I'm not going to do it for Krillin. Definitely not worth it here. Definitely want to go and use it for Vegito. 18 key. Sadly, just not worth it in any way. And hopefully we can one-turn this. Don't know if Vegito's strong enough here. It's been a while since I've done STR Super Battle Road. I mean, we've gone as far as no iteming this before. Fully free to play. There we go. We one-shot at 2.5 mil. Wow, they actually have fairly low HP. If that was a one-shot. And now we got Boo, which is actually pretty good for us. Alright, perfect situation right here. Krillin has to take 4 hits for us. Let's see if he will do it for the team. Will he be able to help us survive here without the usage of items? 40,000 defense. 95. Nice. And there's no lowering attack here. So he's literally taking double digits. Legit. Now, let's get a little greedy here. Let's use JPhanta's active skill. And then Vegeta's active skill. Haven't seen this active skill for so long. Oh, 2.2 mil. And with that, I think this is going to be the last turn Boo exists. And that's probably going to wrap up Krillin Showcase. Let me know what you guys think about this card. Do you think my points were right? Let me know. If you think if you have some counter arguments, let me know in the comment section. I would like to discuss. If you guys did enjoy this video, however, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out all my social medias down below in the description. Twitch, Twitter, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's video as always. Until then, stay healthy, stay safe, stay fizzy. Peace out.